Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Custom Cap Collectors. And we are happy to be joined today by designer and hat aficionado Josh Volz. So we'll do our usual. We'll spin around the room. Let's show off what we're wearing at the moment. And I'll go first. Actually, I don't usually go first, but so I'm wearing this one today. I'm going to switch to some Josh hats in a minute. But this is called African Roots, and this is Black History Month, and I covered civil rights in my government class. So I talked a bit about that element of American history, and I just it's a really cool design. Tree, you can actually see like the sort of fist from the 98 Olympics that the athletes raised, and of course we got the Olympics going on right now, and so this is the one I'm wearing, and the guy designed this. I think this is the only clink he ever made. So I don't know anything else about him. I think it's a really cool design. So it's one of those, I have sort of like holiday hats or hats that rotate through with the calendar. So for me, this is one I wear for February. All right, Aaron, are you ready? You want to jump?
Yeah, sure. I am wearing Bad Omens, the recolored version. I can't remember the name of the pack that it was from, but this was definitely right up my alley color wise. I really dug this one a lot. Love that underbrim color, but just overall a really nice job on this one. And just the colors just really, for me, just like super popped on that logo, and I really dug that one.
And like I also like the blue version of it. So there's two different colors. Mm-hmm. I also have this one in my collection as well. Jesse,
I like that one better than
what are you wearing?
The first colorway.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
So, don't look at my bangs. All right, so we have Heartburn, and I don't know who the designer on this is. I don't know. It's Josh. It's Josh Volz. And I am in the Josh Volz fan club, like our Southern Belle. But the dimensionality on this is it's really thick, and it's just got nice layers with the embroidery. And I love the design. I teach biology and I teach anatomy and physiology. So and this is just great. I love it. It's a really neat concept. And yeah, thank you for bringing me a good anatomy hat.
If there's any hat designers out there that want to know, about how to get the left and right ventricle just right on a heart, you can reach out to Jesse. Jesse can be your
advisor.
Jesse can be your anatomy consultant if you need one. So, Josh, what you wearing?
I've got my Abducted, the original color in it. There's been the green one with the yellow under. Since then, but I think this was maybe my third design that I got through back a few years ago. But yeah, it's got a really great glow on it. It glows like a flashlight. It's like all this is all.
And there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
And I absolutely love this. This is my favorite design of yours, as I've said before. For one thing, was a huge X-Files fan, and I actually missed the pre-order window for the one you're wearing, the black and glow in the dark one. And I actually messaged Clink Room, and I was like, if you have any extra of this Abducted, this is before they ordered extra for dead stock, and they're like, well, we'll see. And when they did sort of clear out their extras from that first, they didn't have anything in my size that was available. So back on the fresh colorway, I was super pleased to get it in any colorway, frankly. I mean, it's one of those ones that it doesn't use a ton of different colors. I think it would look great actually in many different colorways. So if they want to do it like some and do it in 8 different colors, I don't know, certain designs seem to get like infinite colorways. Like this would look good in.
I would look good with like purple and like neon green and the like.
Oh yeah, let's put that on the Jesse fresh colorway list.
Right.
I got another list. It's all girl hats.
I like.
No one's gonna buy it.
All right, and what you wearing today?
Oh, I am wearing Harshmellow today. I have not worn this one on a show, and so I decided to go with it. Plus, it kind of matches my Piranha shirt. Classic. So, yeah.
There goes our
makes that-
PG-13 rating.
That makes a lot of sense about your post earlier today too.
Oh yeah,
Regarding
that's why
piranha.
I want that piranha hat like seriously bad. So if anybody watching has a piranha in size 8 or one of these abducted hats of Josh's in size 8, I'm desperate for one of those. But yeah, Harshmellow, it's not only a great horror hat. I love the scary food series that he's done. It kind of puts me in the mind of doing s'mores with my wife's family out by the fire pit. So it's a favorite of mine for many reasons.
Thank you, Soundwave.
So, well, we've got a bunch of folks already in the watching. So, shout out to for those of you who joined us. So we've got Rob Smids in the audience and Mr. Patrick Moriarty and Soundwave and I miss anybody else?
Zach
Soundwave
said
says he's sporting Exhumed King.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's an awesome one.
I missed it. And
Yeah, they did a great job on the embroidery on that one.
that's also one in my collection as well. So I've now gone through the majority of all my Josh hats. So all right, I titled this 10,000 volts because I don't know if we're going to get that many volts takes in the show, but we're happy to be joined by Glenn's number one. He's your number one fan. If you didn't already know this,
I've heard. I appreciate it.
I'm a little starstruck actually. I'm a little nervous. Having a beer.
If you don't know, you can take a look at Josh's Instagram account, and he has lots of design pictures. But I thought this one was absolutely awesome. I remember as being a kid carving up some pumpkins, and so it looks like a bit of fun time getting ready for the holidays. And if you're not familiar with Josh's work, he's definitely kind of in that sort of fun horror creature feature kind of vibe. That's his that's where he that's his area. And so I would imagine that Halloween a big deal at your house? Are you into the Halloween?
Yeah, the kids really love it. And we usually I started decorating more this year. It's obviously tough decorating your house with 2 little kids running everywhere and trying to wrangle them while you're doing stuff. But this year we were able to do a bit more, and I think we're going to try to build on it each year. But yeah, they really love it. They love dressing up. They're not scared super easy. So anytime we go to Spirit or something, they're super into it. So they love it. They're already planning their costumes for this year. So,
oh, that's the best.
Cool. Well, at our house, we decorate the whole yard. We have one of those 12-foot skeletons. We've got a giant spider we put out, and the neighborhood kids all like that house at the end of the street because they go all out. We very much enjoy it. So right there with you. All right, let's jump to. Let's talk about I think this is your first one, if I read it correctly on your Instagram. Talk to us about your very first design that got produced. What was that like for you?
That was huge learning process because that one, it kind of started out so complicated. I had so many different colors and little tiny spots and all that kind of stuff. And when it got through. And then I saw going to the shop on that Friday, and it had been, simplified. Like I had a couple of the colors and stuff in there, and it was like kind of like a realization that you really have to choose your battles on colors and line work and where you want to add that detail and because they have to make it work on their end, and then it's a whole relationship between the designer and then Casey and everybody that's helping with set up the embroidery and all that. So seeing it from like my initial version and then what ended up in the shop, it kind of helped me kind of rein in like what I needed to do, to continuing on into, where I am today, I guess.
When you think about your design process, and is it 2 years ago or 3 years ago since this hat was?
Oh,
this?
geez.
2021.
Yeah.
So it'd be 5 years almost. Yeah. Has your process more streamlined now that you kind of know what it has to be to potentially be manufactured?
A bit, honestly, like at this point, I kind of design things that I think are cool and I hope they kind of resonate with other people. And so obviously it's become a lot more rewarding because I'm doing things that I like to do, and seeing people react to it in a positive way is super cool. And so I think at this point, I'll think of a phrase or a cool animal or something like that, or some reference to something, and then the sketching kind of comes as it comes, and I usually go over. If you've seen my process stuff that I post every once in a while, I'll go over a drawing, 4 or 5 times and just try to refine stuff and realize that, this line shouldn't be there because, when I shrink it down, it's going to completely just make a huge mess. So I think it's become a lot more streamlined. And my sketches start out in a way that's more focused on the end game, I guess. Best way I can describe it.
All right. Does anybody else want to show off some more Glenn hats while we're? I mean, not Glenn hats. Some more Josh hats. Freudian slip or whatever that slip was. I don't know, but anybody else want to jump in and show off some stuff? I know Aaron
sure.
probably has like
We
8 or
mentioned the
something.
s'mores.
I only had time to dig out 4.
Okay. Hang on just a second. Let me Jesse, why don't you get ready to show yours off? I'll make you center screen here.
Okay, here we go. Bangs out. All right, so yeah, s'more. I thought that was. I didn't get it in the pre-order because I don't eat s'mores. But I'm fun part of adulthood. It's like, yeah, you don't get to eat graham crackers, and you don't get to eat this, and you don't get to eat that. But it's so cute. It's like it's horror, but it's really cute. And fun fact, my nephews were in a Honey Maid graham cracker commercial a long, long time ago when they were little. It was so cute. So I got this. I on the after it came out on Dead Stock, I just saw it and I thought, no, I gotta have it. It's cute.
I've had the talk with Casey about the I guess the kind of the grossness scale of what you can kind of get away with before people are they don't want to wear something like that, and I would never want to go past a certain like grossness level. Like honestly, one of my favorite designs that I've ever seen that never got produced, and there's a sticker of it now, is the puking Kong, because
Every time
the
they
Garbage
send me
Pail
that
Kids
sticker.
connection.
Yeah,
I love that one so much, and it's crazy. I wish that they just make it for a shock drop or something like that, because it's just so much fun. But I think
I'm definitely not the customer for that. I do not want to wear vomit on my head.
yeah. It was kind of like what people were saying about the snowman, like Sierra Nice, the snowman Mr. Nice Guy with the dog pee on him.
Pee. Yeah.
It's just like one of those little elements that some people may not like, and that's completely cool. It's but I think it's a bit. It's funny. It's kind of silly. It's kind of goofy, and that's the what I always try to bring with my designs. Like I don't ever want them to be like straight up gross or like straight up just scary, or like, because I'm not totally like, I like Disney. Like I like the Muppets. I like cartoons and all that kind of stuff. I'm not straight up like horror guy. But I always like to add like a little bit of fun playfulness to designs as opposed to just being straight up scary. And I hope that comes through a lot of the time. But I think that's kind of my goal with anytime I do like a more like monster or horror based design is, try to, have fun with it as opposed to gross somebody out.
And speaking of going right up and perhaps over the line, there's the infamous Red Rocket. Aaron, you got a Josh you want to show off?
I do.
We haven't shown you.
Right. Yeah, this one's a fun one for me because his world's about to end, but this T-Rex is ready to crank a homer. I mean, just fantastic. And the embroidery turned out so good on this. The 3D, effect is really strong. I really like the way that they did the asteroids, crashing down in different sizes. Josh, you really came up with a great product here, and the embroidery really saw it through. Mm-hmm. So definitely a winner. And I have a weird quirk that about hats that I'm sure you're not aware of, or nor should you care. But I broke it for this hat. I'm against gray visors, but I had to have this hat. So I grabbed this one without even thinking twice.
That's how extreme his desire was. He actually bought a gray visor hat.
Yeah, swinging logos, like batter logos, are always my favorite. That's kind of one of the things that got me into all this.
Where did Eric go?
He's been popping in and out. He'll pop back.
Yeah, he has. All right. I'll make myself big. So this is one that I just got my hands on this. So I bought this off of I think this was on the Byte forum. Someone had this available, and I'm more of a space than a horror guy. I do love Alien, Alien movies where those things connect. And it's maybe hard to see, but this also has really good embroidery depth. And so the lower leg is definitely taller. It kind of stands out. And it's got the little halos around the I guess that's a space bat, and I'm a big fan of this one. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, I think that was my second.
Was it really?
I was gonna say that's the first one I can remember buying of yours. Was that one?
All right, Glenn.
Sorry, I was trying to get back before you minimize the screen.
We're on to you.
I had to grab the whiskey bottle.
Ooh.
You're really nervous.
We need to get an endorsement. We need to get an endorsement deal for the show where Glenn's liquor of the week or something.
This is one that came up on Buy Sell Trade, and rarely do 8s come up. So I always get super excited, especially when it's one of this caliber. I freaking love carry-on crushers. Gray under, back hit. I already had the fresh colorway.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I was super excited to add the original one as well. And I still think this is my all-time favorite Clink hat. Zombie. Just because I'm a huge Georgia Tech fan, and I'm obviously a big Josh Volz fan. So it was like 2 worlds collide, or 3 worlds collide with the horror aspect as well. The creature feature horror aspect. And I think the rest of them, oh no, one more. Everybody's already shown all the rest of them except for this one. 31, my favorite Halloween hat. This one was a sleeper, and please excuse the cat hair and whatnot. That one was a sleeper for me. I didn't pre-order it, and I saw it, and I was like, why the hell didn't I pre-order that? So I got that one on dead stock. I think when they did the first or second live stream event. I can't remember. One of the two, first or second live stream events, I got it on that that at that time period. I was super excited to get it. I was disappointed in myself for not pre-ordering. I was probably trying to be financially more stable than I am now, so that was probably my issue.
You've just said screw it. I'm going for it every time.
Right.
I know for 100% that every single person on this panel said, "Why didn't I pre-order this?" and then bought it on dead stock. So you are either other guilty people or similar-minded people. So
Guilty, definitely guilty.
I actually have a couple more. Are you done, Glenn?
I am done. I have a ton on pre-order and in production.
Same.
But
Same,
like all the ones, that's all the ones I have that haven't been shown as well too.
Yeah, Josh, before you hopped on in the pre-show, we were actually talking about, it seems like about a third of your Clink designs are yet to ship. So they're either, in pre-order or they're being made and, they're going to come to the North America. So a lot of your designs are still in process. I'm a huge fan of the black, the lagoon creature. Absolutely cannot wait for that one to arrive about that particular hat. So I've also got, I'll show off a couple more.
Oh, Jesse's got one too.
The X-ray.
I got a couple more too.
Okay. And
I'd like to see the X-ray stuff come back.
I think this one was like, this was China Shop. I think I got this in one of those.
Yeah,
I regret not getting that. That's so cool.
Same here.
And then Whale Fall. Oh, the cat here.
I think that was probably the least purchased hat that I've ever made.
How many were pre-orders did it have?
I can't. It was low. I don't know what the minimum is anymore, but it was probably close.
I'm always interested to know just how. I mean, I know you want to sell. You would like more people to buy your house, but just from a collector perspective, I guess this is like a super rare collectible since if there aren't that many copies out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably
100%,
20 or less. I don't know. Because I just don't know how many they would order, past the actual order numbers for dead stock or replacements or anything like that anymore.
Go ahead, Aaron.
You want me to show another one, Matt?
Yeah. All eyes on you, Aaron.
Right. Yeah. The pressure's on.
How could you?
Another one that I pulled out. Eye on the ball. Another swinging one, but this one is just so good. I think sometimes it's hard to capture a zombie without being overly gross or anything like that, and this just really did a good job. You know exactly what's going on here, but it's not like dripping or oozing, but it's great. I really love this one, and the back hit and the side flag, nice accent color there. I thought that was really cool, but this is definitely a winner in my book. And then I know everyone has already shown this, or we've talked about it, but I just loved Exhumed King, and I've mentioned before, but just the way that the little brush there embroidered, I love that you put that little detail in there and that it turned out so well in embroidery. It's one of the things that really caught my eye when I was seeing pictures at when it first landed, and I was glad I was able to pick that up.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about adding the tools in because I felt like it might get too nerdy or something like that, because I was obviously a big paleontology kid when I was in Jurassic Park and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it turned out really cool.
Yeah, and I really was super impressed with how it turned out. And then, of course, this one, even without drop of blood, is fantastic. This to me is like, one of those, I I don't know, the embroidery should have been obvious, about how good it was going to look, and it turned out fantastic. That's all I got.
Yeah, I was sad the little blood bubbles got denied, rejected.
Yep.
Josh, were you one of those like 9-year-olds that could produce the multiple syllable dinosaur names with no problem whatsoever, like the kid in Jurassic Park when he's like, "That's a blah 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 blah."
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's like the first movie memory that I have is going to see Jurassic Park at the drive-in in the trunk of our car. It was a double feature. I can't remember what the other movie was, but Jurassic Park was the big thing.
I just turned to dust and blew away because you saw that as a kid.
I was saying the same thing. Thank you.
Let's see. I was in grad school when I saw that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
I was definitely not a kid.
So one of the things that's a theme throughout yours, we've already sort of touched on the horror. I was wondering, this is one of yours that I'm most excited about receiving when it shows up. Did you worry with this one that you might get some pushback because of the resemblance to the kind of like Black Lagoon creature? Did Casey say anything like, we'll see if it gets through New Era, like, will they take it?
I mean, they haven't said anything, but I mean, everything's good until it's not. Seems like sometimes with some of that stuff.
True.
And you just can never understand some of the thought process that goes behind whether they approve or deny something. But I mean, I'm super glad that they're taking the chance on it, and they changed it enough that they think that Casey thinks it's going to go through. I mean, I don't think he'd put something into production without having an idea that it would go through. So yeah, it's always kind of the when you do like homages or something to something else, it's kind of the risk you take. But fingers crossed that that they're being kind that day, or that they don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue. So yeah, I obviously classic monsters. It's huge for me, and so doing that and hopefully getting that, I watched the movie again when I was making that with my kids, and it's such a fun movie, and yeah,
cool.
Fingers crossed.
Well, before we move on to the crit splits, just want to ask the panel, does anyone else have any questions for Josh about his style, his art, before we jump into the Monday crits?
Now that you put us on the spot, I went blank.
Glenn's got 100 questions. None of us can remember.
I'll be laying in bed tonight going, damn it, I should have asked that.
Well, and if it occurs to you later, you can always just ask it as well. But
yeah,
right.
He'll be like, who's texting me? It's 2 a.m.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
I've always been impressed with Josh's designs and his style. When I first got into Clink Room, I was drawn to a lot of his designs because I am a huge horror fan. And to me, it's difficult. To me, in my mind, it's difficult to convey horror on hats because you can't use any of the icons, the iconic horror characters. Obviously, it's copyrighted. You can't use blood. There's so much stuff that you just is untouchable. You can't do. So it's like he does awesome at like coming up with his own like horror scenarios and horrific stuff to illustrate. Like every time he gets a new one, I'm like, damn, that's a good one. So it's like I always thought it was difficult to come up with banger after banger of like horror themes, like because you can't do anything with Jason and all that kind of good stuff. And like you really like, even with stuff that's like you said, like a homage, you got to be real careful with it, and kind of tiptoe around it, even though you're being respectful to it, but they still don't want you to do that, essentially. So I've always been impressed with your artwork, and what you do. So I'm a fan for life.
Thank you.
All right, now we can read his shirt. What does that shirt say?
Oh, it's a Alien Encounter shirt from Disney World. It's a defunct
cool
ride.
Okay.
We lost Jessie.
Well, she just turned her camera off. She's probably fixing her bangs or something.
Right, I was just gonna say, yeah.
I just got my Clink hoodie today, and I'm like, let me just put it on real quick for the show. And I'm breaking out in a rash. And I'm like,
oh no,
that's gonna have to go through the wash before we.
Yeah, you need to wash that real quick.
So
yeah.
I went to change out and like clean my neck. So
other than the rash, how do you like the hoodie?
It's nice. It fits well.
Right.
I was a little nervous because a lot of brands, it's like, you don't know, it's like size up, size down, whatever, and it fits fine. It's not thick, but you need a diversity.
Quality's nice though.
Thickness.
I wore mine to work
Quality's
today.
nice. Oh, nice.
You got snow on the ground up around the Fort Wayne area?
Oh yeah. It's I think maybe tomorrow it might break 25. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
So
Man.
I've told that, like, I basically born just down the road from where he's at. So I was born in a little town called Angola. It's the very, very northeastern corner of Indiana, and I actually grew up on the Michigan side of the line most of my life. So, but I am a Hoosier born person. So I spent like all of 6 months in Indiana before my mom moved out where my dad was. My dad was in the Navy on the East Coast, and then we came back to the Midwest. So we're on a run of Midwesterners. So we had Midwest Sarcasm last week, and then we've had Flanagan, who's an Ohioan these days. So, and I'm a Michigander. So we're, Midwest. We're getting the Midwest representation in here.
I think
so
you got Jake and see Jake Smile and Indy.
we need to get him on.
I think Donnie is somewhere in Indy or close to
Indianapolis.
Yeah. So yeah.
Those Midwesterners, those long winters, you got time to do art.
I do something.
All right, let's take a look at what we got for the crits this week. So, who's going to be on our first slide? All right, Glenn, I'll just let you start. So you take it away.
Pterodactyl. It was a definite ready for shop vote for me. The pterodactyl was my favorite dinosaur as a kid. Well, I mean, what's cooler if it's a dinosaur and it flies too. So that was an easy yes vote for me.
I think that one's the first version of it. Was probably 3 years old at this point, and it went up.
Oh wow!
It went up and it got shot down, and I kind of sent a couple messages to Casey, and that was where the whole grossness factor, the scale, kind of came up in the first place, and so I kind of tweaked it a bit and took away, the red kind of fleshy parts and made it more cartoony, I guess. I'm glad to see it went up because I've always kind of been one of those ones that kind of the design that got away that kind of just never, showed back up. So it's cool to see it back up, and it may show up in the future in the shop at some point. I don't know.
Well, we regularly spill the beans on this, so if it got a contract, we love to hear that. So
I am King Bean Spiller on this show.
Whatever if you tell Glenn that your hat got a contract, it's not going to remain a secret on this show.
Oh, I wait for the message on Instagram about 4 or 5 o'clock every Monday.
All right. What about Taste Funny? So I have to say, like, I think this is like one of the funnier titles, like just the whole just Taste Funny thing. The joke in here is good. I like this.
The joke is great. Yeah, that's one of the things that I thought was hilarious, and I love that you got him honking the horn. I think that's hilarious. That cracked me up when I saw that. So disappointing to see this not make it through. I mean, I always look for the fun in a design. It's something that cracks me up. It's one of the first things I'm going to gravitate towards, and this really grabbed me immediately, and I just thought it was great. So hopefully there's a tweak that's not too significant, that might make the difference here and get it through. But I thought it was definitely worthy.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Soundwave for the kind of lightning bolts. I just had the horn there initially, and I like to bounce it off a few people, and he had the suggestion to add those, the effect coming out of it. So yeah, it's really fun. I just kind of had I don't know if I heard someone say it or if it just popped in my brain. That's how most things happen with designs for me. But that term just kind of popped in my head, and I started to think, something eating a clown or something, what would be.
Oh, there's the joke. What did the
Yeah.
cannibal say while he was eating a clown?
Oh, yeah.
It tastes funny.
Yeah. So
But, but the connection,
theme with
yeah, I was just going to say that
Yeah.
connection is obvious there. Great.
All right, we ready for the next one? Next slide.
Well, I hope there is something that can be done to save it and make it make the vote grow on it, because it's a great one. It's feels very Clink to me too.
And for anyone that's watching, there is a VIP drop tonight, and there's also the $99 hats offers back up on Clink Room as well. So I'm noticing two hats that were on my sort of maybe I'll wait and see, but the Golden State Honey Bear is on, which has my eye, and the Cherry Bomb, which we talked when Seamus was on recently about that one, and I'm a sucker for neon, so that's definitely on my maybe.
It's a winner. Yeah,
maybe
it's definitely a winner in hand for sure. There's another good one that's on there too. I can't remember. It's the palm tree with the swirling sky. That one's fantastic in hand. I just picked that up.
If you're on the fence with 404, it's really good in hand too.
Oh, that one's really fun. I have that one.
I think the Day of the Dead Chihuahua also. I'd like to see what it looks like in hand. The concept.
I've got it in hand. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. And then going on to the next slide, I actually have the original Dead Piranhas in my Clink collection. Glenn, we know you're an advocate because so we have a private chat where we talk about stuff that might be on the show, and Glenn's like, you all have to vote for this one. Talk about piranhas.
I want the original, but size 8s are hard to come by in older hats, so I'm not super hopeful about getting that one. But so I did text the group chat and asked if everybody could vote for it for me, because I really want that one. It would be perfect with my piranha shirt, which if you look, the piranhas themselves are almost like in the exact same
configuration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it would be snazzy with my piranha shirt. And I love the colors and the just the overall vibe of it.
Does I know you're our is it in the shop checker? Do you happen to know if Beta made it in from CJ Smile? Because I mean, it got 45%. Usually, that's a good enough number to get you in the shop.
Yeah, I would think that made it.
I would think so. I haven't really talked to him like that. Like, I don't know him on that kind of level quite yet. So I don't know for a fact or not, but I assume so with 45. That's crazy high.
Right. Yeah.
And it was popular with this panel of esteemed hat collectors. We liked it. With four of us picked it as a topic of conversation. So
I'm super happy for Jake. He's been trying so hard to get stuff in. He's like, his stuff has been improving like crazy, and just kind of like the whole template for improving yourself and your designs, and you just keep pushing at it. So I'm super happy for him for getting a couple, super high voters with the bowling night and this one.
This is one I think that if there's depth in the stitching, it could look spectacular stitched. We'll kind of have to wait and see until it gets stitched into, assuming it goes in the shop and assuming it goes through production. But I could see this one having those kind of sculptural elements where you've got some extreme height differences in the stitch work. So knock on wood, if this goes to the shop, I'll almost certainly pre-order it. So Jake, if you tune in later, we love you. So we hope your hat made it. So
yeah, we're big fans.
Anybody else want to comment on it before
Jesse?
Yes.
Jesse?
I'm so glad this finally made it to Crit's. He's been doing this hat, like this design, for a while. I've loved every single one that's come out. I think I would love to have a more colorful crown, but maybe with the gray, you're going to get more people, like it's more neutral. But yeah, it's beautiful the way the fins fan out. It's really pretty, and I love what he did, like the bubbles swirling.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I'm the only thing that I'm even slightly worried about is that pink feels really, really, really pink. It feels like a Pepto-Bismol pink almost. But I think that what we typically see both in embroidery and material is that it may seem super saturated in the mock-up, but typically in hand it's a bit lighter. So I think that'll allay my concerns. But this is definitely a buy for me.
It's been a very long time since I saw an actual beta. Are they a little bit more orangey, or are they like a real true pink color?
My experience with them is orangey.
Oh, he's cut off, but that means I get to put in because he was talking about Pepto-Bismol pink, and it made me think of that line from Steel Magnolias. My colors, what is it, are blush and bash.
All right. It did not make the shop.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What? Beta did not make the shop? With a 45%?
I just messaged
45?
I messaged him and he said somehow no, it did not. So
wow.
He's still typing, so maybe there'll be
more. That's shocking.
Crazy.
With that kind of a vote.
He said, I sent a message, I have everything back. I'm pretty upset about it. So I don't blame him. Usually if you cross the 40%, you're probably going to go to the shop. So
I would be livid.
I would say honest. Usually, but
yeah,
I don't know what the percentages mean anymore.
Well, wow. I mean, on this panel, I think there's 4 of us that would buy this hat.
Absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. And if we're being honest, we've seen, excuse me, we've seen worse hats with a lower percentage than 45% make it to the shop. So that's what blows my mind about this not making it.
Hell, we've seen ones in the low 20s go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. Rusty Beats is in the house. Thanks for stopping by, Rusty.
Aw.
All right. Well, that is I'm a little upset too. As a hat collector, one of the things I value is when I see a clinker do something that no one's ever done before, and we haven't had a beta fish. And I'm also a huge fan of the animal hats. It's if it's a new animal, I'm often going to buy it. That's just that's just the way that's where my collecting interests lie. So, Aaron and Josh picked this one, Armageddon Hungry. Tell us about it.
I think it's a ton of fun. It's just, it's just like straight up silly fun. Like, I think the embroidery would turn out insanely cool. It's just, such, the shapes just lend themselves to a really cool, like chunky embroidery.
Yes.
I just think it's fun.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. And I think it's just, it's fantastic. And you made it, Glenn? You made it to the shop?
Yes. Yeah, we
Okay,
got a
excellent.
contract
Good.
for it.
Good. See, I'm stoked on this one. This is definitely worthy. I'm really looking forward to buying this.
Got to give all the credit to Zach, man. He's freaking awesome. With the mashed potatoes with as clouds and the
I was
broccoli as
trying
a
to figure out
tree.
what those were because it's like this.
Yeah.
I get the ketchup, I get the chicky nuggies, and the broccoli. And I'm like, what are the
Right.
white blobs? Because it can't just be clouds, but mashed potatoes makes sense.
Right. I thought for a second maybe cauliflower, but you can't have a kid's plate with 2 vegetables on it. There's no way.
Right.
So,
Yeah. You're pushing it with broccoli.
yeah, right? Exactly.
We had another version if this one didn't make it with a onion ring volcano
Ooh.
Ah,
that kind of like in the same vein as when the hibachi chef stacks the raw volcanoes,
yes.
but it was
Yes.
like it was like an onion ring volcano with ketchup
Sure.
coming out the as the lava.
Mm.
So there's a question in the chat for you.
Oh,
That's ketchup, right?
yeah, that's
The red?
ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cool.
And I think that's Ernesto.
And
Thanks, Matt W.
yeah, my other Matt, my hat brother, that other Matt. He's both you and the other Matt, both you guys got hats in the shop this year, so you guys are on a roll. It's good to see. Even collectors can get into the shop occasionally, it seems. So that's pretty cool. Inspiration for us, collectors. All right, and then Jesse and Josh. So we got the J&J went for Lovebirds Forever. What did you folks like about that one?
Go ahead, Jesse.
It's a girl hat. I mean, it's a
I'll
total
just-
girl hat. Pink on pink. You were kind of making fun of me, like, oh, when MLB makes hats and they're trying to appeal to women and they make it pink, and I'm like, and the problem, my friend.
Well, I mean,
we have zero problem with this, but this is very pretty, and I love the little gemstone hearts and the sparklies, and it's very sweet. This is a very sweet little design. So I'm hoping with the 41 that it made. Did it make? We got confirmation.
Don't know.
Oh, I'll work on that for you.
Yeah. This is just great. When I saw the design in Instagram, I'm like, oh, yes. Perfect.
I have a younger sister. I'm getting a very strong strawberry shortcake vibe from this hat. You remember that?
Treasure
Yeah.
Of
Troll.
course. Yeah.
Do we know who Steve G, the director, is? I don't know who that is.
No idea.
It's what was his previous handle? I forget.
Oh, he's one of those handle switcher guys. I see.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not a guy. Maybe it's a girl. But Steve is probably a guy. So
I think it's super cute, and I think the facets on all the shapes and stuff, I think could look really, really cool. And if they can use some like metallic or something like that, I think it'll turn out really neat. It's not like a hat that I would like wear probably, but I think the design is super fun and super cute, and it's something that's not represented in the shop very often.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
Josh, here's a question for you. So we find out that various people have no-go colors. When Lane was on, I was complimenting the bright yellow of the Bot Pirates, and I love the bright yellow. And he said, I own it and I never wear it because I hate yellow. And we know that our own Aaron has some very strict rules about brims, and the colors that brims can be that Aaron can live with. Do you have any no-go colors personally? Is there like a color way you're just like, no, I can't wear that. I can't do that.
I generally stay away from like the yellows and
Okay.
the pure whites and stuff. I mean, I have, obviously I've got my China shop hat, and I've maybe worn it once after I got it. But I'm pretty boring anymore. Sticking with mostly black caps, blue every once in a while. I've really gotten more into the dark browns and stuff. And then the anything charcoal. I keep trying to get a dark pewter, hat in, and they keep changing every time I submit something with that. It gets changed. So I don't know if it's something that they have trouble, doing or something. But I don't know of any, just off the top of my head, dark pewter hats in that have gone through production. I'm sure there is, but it's just like a unique color that is like something that you don't really see. But I'm pretty boring with, if you see my designs, I'll usually put out like one kind of funner colorway and then one that's just like black, because that's the one I would probably wear more often.
I'm a black cap kind of guy. Now, do you have any strong UV preferences? Because everybody here knows, like, I don't even see the UVs. Like when I'm buying, like I'm like, oh yeah, that is that. But other people are obsessed with UV. So do you have a strong UV?
No, I mean, I'll usually like the UV. I'll wear whatever.
Okay. You're on the good side.
Like, harsh model, like Glenn's wearing. I wore that a ton around the fall. I haven't really worn it as much now, but that bright orange is super cool. But yeah, UVs I'm pretty open with.
Cool.
Okay, well, I have to ask a question. So is Steve G the director? Am I reading it correctly that used to be COD Designs?
That's what Brandon was saying in the comments.
Yeah, top favorites. Like,
yeah,
he put something out.
Oh wow,
I'm getting it.
I'm so glad that he's back.
That's awesome.
That's good to know. That's really good to know.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to update my Clink spreadsheet because I did not know.
From another Matt mother.
That's awesome, Matt.
That In Crust We Trust design they both did too.
Okay, cool.
And the Strike 2.
Yeah. I liked that one. I hope that comes along.
Right on.
One suggestion I'd make to you, Josh, is work the name pewter into the hat title and dare Casey to change it. Then you'd be like something that's like pewter this, and be like, you can't change it. It has to stay pewter because it's in the name.
Well, I think, was it Brandon in the chat saying that you don't have access to dark pewter anymore? So maybe that's it.
Oh.
You just email Casey and ask him. I mean, he does make hats from you. You could ask him.
I would like a formal request to anybody that may be watching to have some updated templates.
Okay.
Soundwave's got a really great one that he's added some stuff to. But one, kind of officially from Clink would be cool too, to see exactly what they have access to and what they're willing to do.
So they don't necessarily supply you with this year, these are the colors that are available. You don't really necessarily know that.
I can't remember the last time the template was updated, or at least announced to be updated.
Okay.
I think maybe back in 2023 or something like that.
Wow.
So it just has the swatches and your thread colors and your fabric colors, and that's kind of what you go off of when you're submitting. And sometimes it kind of fudge a little bit.
What are you pouring? Oh yeah, he's going to the ultra.
I'm like, what?
We're now in the ultra phase of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no, I've been drinking ultra since the pregame.
All right. Pink it is. All right. And Josh, you picked this one, Spellbound.
Yeah. I think this one's really cool. Yeah. I think the shapes and everything could lend itself really well to the embroidery and the chunkiness of the shapes, and the whole voodoo aspect of it. I think is really cool. I think it's neat. It's kind of something in my wheelhouse.
This was one that I that drew my eye too, but I already sent Matt like 7 designs to talk about, and we try to limit to like 5, maybe 6.
Oh, but Aaron sent me 8, so you know
I
you
said
could.
8 today. I didn't. I was like,
Oh.
whatever. Here's all my choices.
Well, I didn't want everybody to be like, well, we had to talk about every design because some people
Have no control, right?
right.
My bad.
But yeah, I like that one too. There was something about it that drew my eye as well. For me, like I really like it, but I feel like it could be simplified a little bit, or simplified a little bit down some, and it would make it feel like it was better, or like less is more kind of thing. But yeah, I definitely liked it, and thought it kind of had a different vibe to it, and kind of a Valentine's horrific aspect at the same time. So I kind of like when worlds collide like that.
It's kind of funny because the second you said Valentine's, that's when the heart shape like really hit me.
Oh.
of the smoke. Yeah, that's funny.
And then the next one was very popular with the panel. The first version of this, I think I said on a previous show that if in my fantasy world, Casey calls me up and says, I want you to do your own fresh colorway. And I would say, I want the sardine cans with the clink as the side patch. Like the first version of this, I said clink where it's unrolled across it. I think it would be just an absolutely gorgeous side patch to, whatever the case. We have a comment here from Soundwaves that says red is ketchup smear. Was that reference to the previous one, or?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that was
we got a little delay. Like
Okay.
people make comments and it's like they're kind of out of context. So
Got it. No worries.
context.
All right. So Aaron, Glenn, Jesse, Matt all picked this one, and somehow it only got 28% of the vote, despite the fact that the 4 of us for sure voted for this thing. Who wants to jump in?
Go for it,
I think
Aaron.
it's another fun. Yeah, I think it's another fun one. We've said it before from time to time that sometimes there's just a hat, there's a design that just says clink room,
Yep.
and I think this is one of those, that just, to me, this is a clink hat, it just whatever you can define that as, it fits. The little detail I really like is the one fish at the bottom with his eyes still open, like, how do I get out of here? Help me, somebody help me out. I love that. I love that little touch. I think it's really cool, but this is a fun hat, it's the all purple, I'm a little iffy on, but it wouldn't turn me away. I'd probably still grab this just because I really dig the design so much. But yeah, I think it's a really, really fun design, and I think it fits the motif of the clink room.
Jesse, would you like that?
Yeah, I like the colors. I think the little dead fish with the little X's on their eyes are funny. It's kind of unique. It would go very well as a companion hat to that we from Tunaville, that little what is it, chicken of the sea hat.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, and I actually thought of that when I first saw this.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
I love this. Like I forget, how did they, because they had clink on here once before, right? Like clink was a bird on the can. Where was it?
Give me just a second. I'm gonna show you.
Am I making things up? Okay.
Here we go.
And by the way, Jesse, sea chickens was the one you were referencing.
Sea chickens. Oh yeah, like that's such.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do some serious begging to get this as a side patch if I ever got a fresh
Actually, I think that would make a really cool pin.
Yes,
I think that would make a really cool pin for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I actually prefer this version, but.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I like the newer version. I think the changes to the fish are great.
I like the detail of that key on the coil. Like that's a great addition.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the new one better. The first one, I was like, I don't know. The first one, I just wasn't feeling it. Everybody, I was one of the ones in the minority on that one, but I felt like everybody liked it but me. But this one I like a lot more. Like Jesse said, I like the addition of the turnkey. I like how the fishes aren't really uniform like they are in the other one.
Yes. Yeah,
They're,
that definitely looks better.
my eye immediately went to the one with the eye bugged out, like what the hell? Like
Yep.
Aaron said, get me out of here. Um,
That's
yeah, with the
that's the
other,
horror. That's the horror element of this one.
yeah, the trapped.
Let me out.
But yeah, I don't even like purple hats. Like I only have one crown purple hat. But sometimes there's a design that's so good it makes you not even care about what the colors of the hat are. And for me, this is one of them. Because I would you put another design on a purple hat with a teal UV. I'm like, no. But this one kicks ass. I like this one.
The other
And
thing that
my only purple crown hat is the recolor of Apollos but it's that dark purple.
I'm imagining this with that incredible 3D depth stitching where the side of the can that's metal is actually, like this much above the crown height. And it actually feels like there's a can on the front of the crown.
Right.
It's got such depth. And then like the key is just a little bit taller on top. I think the potential for amazing 3D work on this is very high.
Agreed.
And you could make the fish on top look farther out and the one on the bottom closer, lower in stitching.
And back to the pewter thing, Rusty said they tried to get pewter and Casey said not available. So. And Rusty and I are on the same wavelength. We like the first sardines a little bit better. So good taste, Rusty. All right. Well, let's go to like the other 8 hats that Aaron picked. Josh, you like Sacrificial Lamb. What do you like about this one?
Flanagan's the best. And this is another swinging mascot that I love. Rail hat, which are my favorite also. So yeah, I can't say no to Flanagan stuff anymore. He's too nice of a guy.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah, I think the fun in this is that we're seeing a different batting stance. We rarely ever see somebody in the bunting stance, and it's a great play. The Sacrificial Lamb is a great play on on a sacrifice bunt, and of course I really am liking the little trend that we're seeing recently in the rail hats, and I think that that colorway design is just right for this hat, and I'm super disappointed that it didn't do better in voting, but I thought it was great. I really liked it a lot.
Glenn?
I loved it too, and I told him how much I loved it, and I was disappointed it didn't do better and it did not get a contract. I thought it was pure gold. Like Aaron said, it's a new batting stance, so to speak. We don't get very many, if any bunting hats.
Right.
So it was like perfect, like sacrifice bunt. He's got the like shepherd's hook as his bat. That's perfect. Some people have said that they didn't really like the grimace on the face, the wincing face. Like I kind of like the not so cute lamb because he's kind of like being the badass, making himself the sacrifice. So I kind of like that feel of it, and I love black and pink together. And like Josh said, the rail hats are awesome. and it works with this design too, with the, I guess that's like stone, is it?
Oh, that's even
I,
better.
I'm not
Now I'm even
sure.
more disappointed.
It is that what it is, Josh? Stone
Um,
or
I don't
whatever that
know.
off-white
Is it chrome?
It might
chrome,
just be
White?
chrome. Yeah, it might just be
chrome.
chrome.
Yeah, chrome. With a little off-white. The lamb really pops, and the pink button is awesome. I hope he is able to rework this or do something to it without um sacrificing the quality.
The one thing I would say, as someone who cares a lot about color, I would like to see the white of the lamb silhouetted against a slightly darker color. I think the whiteness of the lamb would just really pop if it were just not quite as close. And, if they want to
Sure.
resubmit it, I'd encourage Flanagan to maybe try a slightly darker shade of some backing color.
Oh, the colorway will get changed anyway.
Although we have one this week that had like 0 changes, so you never know. But
Right.
I was shocked the bowling hat didn't get changed.
me too.
That was really surprising. I'm
Oh,
glad.
am I
I'm
getting
really
ahead
glad
of
too.
us?
Casey, that had Casey Tweak written all over it, but he left it alone. So
Yeah.
Am I getting
real.
ahead of us on slides there?
oh yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So Jesse, what'd you like about Sweet Thang?
It's cute, the
Mm.
heart-shaped gummies. I like how they created the shadowing and with the different shades of red, and then the white accents showing the light. Like it's cute. It's a good Valentine's hat.
Aaron?
Yeah, I think I agree. I think it just it's got a fun factor to it, and I like that the shadow aspect seems to have been reduced just a little bit, because before it was very, very prominent, and I think this is just right. Obviously not enough for the voters, but I think this was a good one. And I don't know if maybe maybe the gray black has just been a little bit too regular of a color choice lately, and maybe some voters are just seeing it too much. I think that might have been a problem there, but who knows? I'm just guessing.
Well, I am to Seamus, which Glenn is to Josh. Like, I'm his number one fan, and but I voted for this. I would buy this. He's really mastered the sort of translucent light effects, which is something that I particularly enjoy as a hat collector. The only thing I would say is that we got the candy heart recently, and then of course there was the sucker version as well. But he's got the technique. He sort of figured out how to convey that on a hat surface. Sure. So I'm a little disappointed it didn't do any better than it did in the boat. So
agreed.
I like the gelatinous feel to it, and how you can kind of see through it. Like how he created that, where you can like kind of see through it, but it's really cool.
Rusty, if you're still around in the comments, let us know if you think you guys might give it another shot. I mean, I don't know. I know, one thing I'll say about Seamus in particular is that he'll give things 2 or 3 shots. Like, he doesn't just give up after one disappointment. So he's persistent. All right, Aaron and Josh, you guys liked Racer Kong. Talk about this one. And Rob, be nice. Rob's in the audience, so.
Go ahead, Josh.
I think there's a ton of really awesome action in it. I think it's got that classic, like, old racing poster. You got the car next to the close-up of the driver. I think it's super dynamic, and his style is awesome. Graffiti comic book, style of it. It's so cool, and it's a sort of unique style for Clink, and I love everything about this one.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I'm really happy that we're seeing a lot of Rob's designs, coming through crits lately. Excuse me, and I really like this comic book style, and I think it was a great touch to have the car on the side. I think that really was, for me, that was the part that really drew me in, because I thought, wow, that's really just adding a new dimension. I mean, talk about a +1, there you go. That really just, to me, just gave you, because the hard part about getting a racer on there is, how are you going to convey the car without showing the whole car? Well, there you go. I mean, I think that's just just he nailed it, on that one. So it's a real shame that it didn't do a lot better. It deserved much better than 24%. That's for sure.
Rob, the one thing I would say as a hat buyer is I love the sidecar. Like, if you just took that pencil shaped car and blew that thing up, I would be like all over that. I think that's adorable. That's my favorite part of this design. And in our house, we've been recently watching YouTube compilations of like the soapbox derby crash ups that what's the energy drink sponsors, and just watching like one
Red Bull stuff.
Red Bull, the Paris one and the London one. So this would, I mean, I'm kind of in that mindset. We've been watching all of that stuff. Like, I would love to see, just if you want to try, just putting the car with the wheels. I would definitely be excited about
it. Doesn't even have to be Kong too. I mean, you could like call it like burning rubber or something like that, like with like the eraser, like emphasize like the eraser on the back, like burning off or something. I don't know.
And then Aaron and Glenn picked Trolley Rage, which is a relative to the Kart Rage that I just got my hands on the Kart Rage one recently. So talk about this one.
The reason that I like this so much is because this just turned out so good, and there's no way I'm going to take a chance and pass up. I'm thrilled that I got this, that I was able to get it on dead stock. And if Trolley Rage is just as good, as Green's Rage, then I'm in. I thought it was great.
Glenn?
Like in our group chat, Eklund Art, excuse me, he doesn't do a lot, but when he does, it's good. And Mean Green was one of those. For me, this one, I like this one even better. It's a little personal connection for me. I was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the Chattanooga Choo Choo is a big tourist attraction there. And I loved it as a kid, so this one's nostalgic for me. But I love the character and the colorway as well. Like, I would like it even if I didn't have that connection. So I mean, that's just a added incentive to get this one. But I don't know if it got a contract or not. I would assume not, but I would hope so.
Yeah, I'm on the hook for that samurai western design that he's got up in the shop right now. I think that one's so cool.
Yeah, and that didn't he do the Santa that was kind of Viking-ish?
Oh yeah, that one's, I can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be so good.
Yeah. The one piece of advice, if it didn't, I'm assuming that with that percentage, it probably didn't get a contract, but if he wants to give it a shot, the white crown is probably going to deter some voters, and perhaps another crown color. It's too light for some people in this chat. So if you went with another crown color, maybe you pick up a few more percentage points here and there. I don't know. It's just a thought. So, all right.
I'm one of the rare few that loves a white crown. I think it looks so clean and like different.
All right, now I'm going last. I was the only one that picked this. Creature, if you watch, I love this. I think this could embroidery fantastic. I could see the white being, like being like ice on top of the red, and the red being recessed. I think this is a very strong potential for some amazing 3D stitching if Clink Room were to make something like this. And I messaged him, and he said he did not get a contract. I encouraged him to try again. It's not that shy of the 40% that usually gets you in the shop. So I said, take a bit, lick your wounds, give it another shot. Cause I would buy this. This was actually my first choice of the whole week. This was my favorite design. This is one that I would have a very tough time not pre-ordering. I like the icicle stuff in the colors. I like, sort of primary colors. It's got that heart red with the deep blue, with the little icing blue. So this one really spoke to me. Apparently only me. But
I don't know why I didn't put this one on there, but yeah, I really like this one too. I think the 3D of this could be really cool. Like you have the red of the interior heart, like kind of set back, and then the ice all over the top of it. I think it could look really cool.
All right, I think that wraps up our crit stuff. So something big happened this weekend. So we're gonna get our on the field reporter, since Adam is not here to tell us all about his amazing birthday party at the Clink Room grand opening, or soft opening, whatever they're calling it. So Mr. Aaron, I'm gonna make you big screen here in a second, and make me feel incredibly left out because I didn't travel out to San Diego and get to join y'all. It looks so much fun. I was at my own Lego convention, so I had a good weekend, but like I was definitely a little green with envy. So
it was, I mean, it's the one of the best birthday parties I've ever been to. Super fun. Just, as you can imagine, I think I might have said it in one of my posts about it, is that it felt like walking into Willy Wonka's factory. It was just everything you could hope for in terms of being just fully immersed in Clink. If you're a Clink nerd like all of us are, this is definitely, it's definitely something to see. Casey and his team have gone all out to really make the store a really special event. It's not just going into a hat shop to pick up a hat. It's it's really something to see. The just the little details, the things that they're still working on, and Casey has just continuous vision for it, and it's really fun to see all the parts, the dioramas that are in the front of the store that you can see from the windows, super fun. They build these very creative little tiny scenes all around a hat, and it's fantastic. But the room is just, it's so warm and inviting, and it feels like there's pieces of history around the way that they've decorated it, and the tabletop that's in there, the gold flake tabletop that they did is just, it's so impressive, and that's just all the front of the store. Then you get into the warehouse, and most have only seen the pictures, of what the warehouse looks like, but it's just really neat to step back there and to see all the shelves, and just see all the hats, just see everything laid out in front of you, and it's like a toy store, it really is. It's just amazing to see. And I know that right now the shop is set for all of the mystery hats that they put on sale yesterday for people to come dig through. But from what Casey had mentioned to me, the intention, I think it was Casey or maybe it was Taylor, but somebody had mentioned that the intent in the front of the store is that it's going to be mostly in-store exclusives. So there is going to be a significant amount of stuff, that's going to be available in store only, which I thought, while disappointing at the same time, it's still, knowing that there might be stuff I can't get readily. There's still a lot of great stuff, and I just posted a reel as well. If you want to see pictures and stuff of the actual inside, I tried to show a lot of different pieces of the store. So there's a lot to see in there. But it's really, it's just the idea that they're making it an event space, that they're intending it, to be an event space, is really, just kind of mind blowing. And it really just, I can't even imagine how, I can't imagine. I've been there for a birthday party, and it's fantastic. So they're doing it as an event space to really try to give you a fun experience. And all of the stuff that I'm showing here is just all, different parts of the store. They've got a full size Donkey Kong and multi-game video console there to play games, and it's phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it. And then of course for me, me being able to finally meet Casey in person, not to mention being able to meet so many of our friends, that we talk to in the groups and through Instagram and through the show like this, being able to meet a lot of people face to face finally was amazing. I got to meet Mr. Dome Pieces Taylor for the first time. I've been friends with Taylor for several years, and finally got to meet him in person. And then of course getting to meet Casey in person and being able to just spend a big chunk of time, chatting with him and just picking his brain about Clink was an amazing experience. So Adam had a great idea, and he brought us together for a phenomenal experience. It really was like, I can't even, I'm still buzzing, from being there on Saturday. It was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, not only was I envious that you got to do the 3 for $99 and you got to look through all of the available hats, which I was like, oh,
yeah.
I wish I was
there. Yeah, and of course, in the normal sizes, the I shouldn't say the normal, but the most popular sizes of, half, there was tons of hats in the half, but the small size, Jesse, you could spend probably $1,000 there. I mean, they're so.
I'm here. I'm in Virginia.
You're gonna have to make a trip. You're gonna have to make a trip.
I find out this week about whether or not I'm reading exams for AP Bio. That's my big summer. Matt, it's a good experience.
Is it going to be in San Diego?
No.
Oh wow.
No, well, they do them in different places. I don't know where your people would be doing it. Mine's going to be in Cincinnati, so I'm going, if I get picked, I'll be seeing the Cincinnati Reds, and if I don't get picked, I'm still going up because I have tickets to a Savannah Bananas Indianapolis Clowns game. So
there you go.
Those are hard tickets to get too.
Right. Yeah. For now they're super, super hard. Well, they were before, but now they're even worse to get. But yeah, the Clink experience was just, as for a hat collector, especially a Clink collector, it's bar none, fantastic experience. I know, look at us across the row here with
I was gonna wear
Josh, you need to go get yours.
You
need to go get...
You put yours on and then Matt put his on. I'm like, well, gotta do it. Oh, here we go. Volz is gonna put his on.
Come on, Glenn. Where's yours? Where's yours, Glenn?
And then we did.
Y'all are assholes. I don't have that one.
And then
Josh,
we did.
Should know.
Everybody lean into the camera for the group shot.
Right.
So I teach face-to-face primarily, but when we have snow days or whatever, I have to do some little recorded lectures. And I did my recorded mini lecture on fossil, the evidence for evolution, including fossils. So I was like, well, we got to wear this one for that mini lecture. I wear my hats for that. I don't wear it in the classroom, but I do wear it when I do. I'm curious what my students think about that kind of thing. Like, what is she wearing?
That's awesome.
I'm going to go and leave a comment on your Rate My Professor account now about your hats.
No, I don't want to know what's there.
That's funny. Hey, one last super bonus that I want to share was that Adam told us that those of us that were able to attend, to bring a hat with us because Casey said he'll draw on them. So we were we were able to bring a hat, and I brought the Airborne, the fresh colorway that I did, because I thought, what's more special than to have him draw on a hat, on a hat that I had a part in recoloring, and plus it has A for my name, but this is what he ended up doing.
Ooh. Oh, that's amazing!
With the with the arrows, just like from the hat. So and it looks so good on the on this underbrim, with this light blue underbrim. But yeah, it turned out fantastic. He did one for Eric. that was on the Nerd Kong hat, and it was just, you've got to find a picture of it somewhere. I'm sure you'll find it on Eric's Instagram possibly, or something else, but that one is phenomenal. And then he did a Frankenstein for Spinny that was on the Frankenstein Kong. Just, you know, just amazing. But what was really a unique experience was watching Casey just stand there in the warehouse, leaning against one of the counters, drawing on hats, having 4 different conversations, and drawing on these hats like it was nothing. You know, like, I mean, just it blew. I mean, all of us, you know, the group of us, we chatted, you know, on the side. We're just like, can you believe he's just knocking this out, you know, while he's having all these conversations? Because he gave everybody time that wanted time with him. You know, I mean, there was definitely no one wanting for time with Casey, and he obliged, you know, but he still drew these little pieces of art for us while he had those conversations without even missing a beat. You know, it was, you know, to see it was crazy to me. I just say, I didn't even know what to make of it. But yeah, so
it tells you how he can do it with his subconscious, and
yes,
like,
absolutely.
And I mean, and Jesse probably knows this as a teacher, but one of the things you learn as a teacher is when you first start teaching, it takes all of your brain power to manage the words coming out of your mouth.
Right.
And as you get more used to teaching, there's a part of you that's like thinking about, hey, that kid in the back row, like they're doing this other thing, and you're still talking. So like you get that dual track inside your head. So as a teacher of 30 years, I can understand that Casey probably could sketch and talk at the same time, but it's years of practice, right? He's probably sketched with his spouse and, you know, kid talking to him, and he's still sketching and having a conversation at home, or, you know, whatever. But that's a skill, right? Like the rest of us mortals, you know, maybe Josh can do that. Josh,
sure
do you
like sketched in like boardrooms and stuff during team meetings and in front of, you know, team presidents and stuff, and so
Josh, can you sketch when your toddlers are like, hey daddy, what about this, and you're like, no, I'm sketching?
I'm still trying to figure that out. They want to draw too, so we have to share. I've got multiple files that they have that are their drawing files on the iPad, and I've got mine, so yeah, they're definitely art kids too, so
that's awesome.
The older one's he's getting really, really good. So proud of him.
It's fun. Cool. It's fun to share something, you know, like I know Casey's probably just about to breathe a sigh of relief that all of this work and labor is about to wrap up. And so in another year, I'm going to try to lobby him to have a weekend. We'll call it Clink Con, and
that'd be awesome.
Pick a weekend, and maybe at our end, we could try to arrange some of stuff, encourage some artists. Maybe Josh could bring his kids out. You know, I don't know if he wants to road trip to San Diego. It's a long ways with little kids, like maybe a little bit older.
That's a long and pricey trip.
Yeah, I'm a road tripper personally. So as a kid, my parents would throw us in the car and be like, we're going, you know, across the country, you know, pipe down in the back. Here's an atlas, follow along, you know. So we just did that kind of stuff at our house. But I know not everyone's, you know, it's a long drive to San Diego from Fort Wayne. I know. But it'd be great to get some. Great to get some artists out there, and you know, some of us collectors, and just, you know, have a love in, tell Casey how we all, you know, like we're big fans and stuff like that. So it'd be a lot of fun. So hopefully that. So my brother Matt, if you and I, maybe we can carpool out someday. Like we'll just do like one of those Cannonball Run. We'll just drive straight through. We can take turns driving. We'll just go out to Clink. We'll drive all the way back, and can do it in like 48 hours. You know, like drive out, drive back, just for the next time if they do another 3 hats for 99, and you can go through the bins. Like you and I, we'll just drive straight through. Like we'll do it. I got a hybrid, babe. We can drive 650 miles on 1 tank of gas. We could do this.
I did something like that. Not quite as far, but like I was 21, 22, and I was 21 and I drove from Missouri to Baltimore, Maryland, hung out with a friend, and then drove back. That was insane. I did take a few naps on the ride home, but like, and then when I got home, I couldn't sleep.
You're too wound up.
Yeah. And I was not on like any substances. Just
No, not you.
Hey, I'm high on life. That's my drug.
we keep it
So,
clean around here.
Aaron also has something I'm jealous of, which is the Clink bag is amazing. I love the
Oh.
artwork on the bag.
Yes.
Like, I just want a bag.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that.
beautiful.
I have my first in-store shopping bag.
That is
I
fantastic.
almost asked for another one that was not opened up, but I controlled myself.
I'm going to keep calling that the hockey helmet Clink, even though it's not. But
It does have that. It does have that. That
if
feel.
if you squint, it's a hockey helmet. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
all right, mail. This is mail
Definitely.
call segment. So if you got any cool hats in recently and you want to show them off, this is your opportunity. I'm assuming Mr. Aaron here took advantage of said $99 sale
Oh,
to.
show and
I
tell.
actually, surprisingly, I couldn't. Well, not.
Oh no, we lost.
Oh no,
He'll be
He'll be
back.
back. He'll be back.
My mail call was my my hoodie with that needs to be washed.
Quick change. He's back already, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
So anyway, I not surprisingly, there's not a ton of selections in the bigger sizes, or I should say, there's not a ton that I don't already have. So I wasn't able to take a lot of advantage of the sale. But what I did get was they had just gotten shipment. So the pre-order shipment will start going out soon, but those of us that were there in the warehouse were able to bring home our pre-orders instead of having them shipped. So I do have 6 hats from the next pre-order group that came in, and I will show those off really quick. I also did real quick. This hit dead stock tonight, but this hat is really, really, really beautiful in hand. So I'm really glad I got this one. But then of the pre-order shipment, we have Ghost Rider.
Oh, I
And that
got
embroidery.
that one.
That
I've ordered
turned
that
out
one. That was
so
cute.
fantastic, right? Look at how good that looks.
Sierra.
Really, really solid. Just this, fantastic hat. Then we have, I believe this was Robo-Rex.
Yes.
That turned out fantastic as well.
Yes, it
Really good
did.
size logo. So that one turned out really good.
And the undervisor wasn't gray. What undervisor? I don't see an undervisor.
Right. And then I believe the name on this was Riptides, right?
Yes.
That actually turned out pretty good.
I'm still upset that that's not blood red that they're surfing on, but
Right. Yeah, and I
that
usually
was a
I don't
downer.
go much for for Reaper designs, but I really like that. I thought that went well, and it turned out to be pretty good.
Someone else had a comment. Who was that? Josh or Glenn? Someone else had a comment.
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, it's a travesty. It's got changed from the red wave.
Yeah. Then I believe this was called Stealth. This was one of 14/8s, and that one turned out really nice as well.
It looks like it has a nice 3D. Is that correct?
It's not super chunky.
Okay.
It's really just kind of like, maybe 2 layers. It's not as chunky as it appears.
Okay. It's the color gradation, I think, that makes it look.
Yes. And the different direction of the colors, definitely has made a difference for sure. But I like the way that turned out. Now these ones, you're gonna have to help me with the names. I cannot remember, but this was a real fun one. This was the we got a couple of 4th of July ones. You know,
Oh,
I
this was
pre-ordered
the
it.
barbecue.
That's
United
Steaks.
Steaks.
Yep,
That's it. Yep.
that's
But
coming to my
that
house.
one turned out very, very nice.
And the rising smoke spells out USA if you look carefully.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that feature.
Yeah.
Yep. But there
I'm
it is.
excited. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's the
That
hat that's for the summer grill weekend parties.
Yep.
Yes.
That turned out nice. And the steak, the steak is a little more raised than the rest of the embroidery. So it pops out nicely.
Looking forward to
it's a
it.
good one. Yeah. And this one, I just got this one because I thought it was kind of silly. But this was the
Oh, that's
the
fun.
hot yeah. I know the great debate was, whether or not there should have been mustard instead of ketchup on the hot dog, but what are you gonna do?
If it's a Chicago dog, you're in trouble.
Right?
That's a great day at the ballpark hat or 4th of July.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Not that I don't lack for baseball themed hats already, but
Right.
Cool.
Say agree on that one.
Did you score?
So that's my haul.
Did you score anything at the bins that you were like you couldn't believe, or was it not necessarily the case for your size?
Not for me. I saw several good things in the smaller sizes. There was a Dia de los Kong in the really smaller sizes that Eric snapped up. But other than that, there wasn't a ton in there that I hadn't seen. I mean, there was a couple of straggler ones like free lollipop. There was a red free lollipop. Obviously we haven't seen that in quite a while. So and then there was two others real quick that I need to show.
Oh yeah. Okay.
These were for sale. These were for sale in the store, so I was legitimately allowed to buy them.
Oh, I know what you're gonna show.
Oh dear.
So
That's
this is fucking amazing.
I was sworn to secrecy on that. I got a sneak peek, but I was not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, the pictures have already shown up on Instagram.
Yeah. It's public now, but
I'm definitely getting that one.
I can't believe they got the blood drips through. I'm so shocked.
Good, right? Yeah. But
I like this one better than the original.
And the feature that I like about this the best too is that it's not camo all around. I like that it's just the brim, and that we've got solid color panels, all the rest of the way around.
Yeah, it's not overstated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is definitely a score for sure. And then
Glenn's wrong. The original will always be the best, but I also love that one.
Mm-hmm. And then this one was a surprise that I didn't realize was coming in a fresh colorway, but that one turned out really nice too.
Oh yeah, we talked about that one in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I tell you, this metallic copper outline is such a nice touch. And oops, wrong way. And on the side hit,
pretty.
And on the back hit,
pretty.
Just gorgeous, right?
Oh, that
does look good.
That might be a dead stock for Matt.
Yeah. So
well, is it a fresh? It's a fresh colorway.
It is, yeah. So I don't know how it's going to drop or anything like that, but it was available in store. So,
Josh, is the Plague Doctor horror enough for you?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I have always wanted to do something with that. I just have never really thought of a clever way to do it beside what's already been done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Josh, you got anything you want to exhibit for Mail Call?
I did want to give a shout out to Adam because what's his nickname? The facilitator.
Yes.
So Mr. Flanagan was nice enough to send me randomly a birthday gift back in August, and it had a patch, one of the embroidery samples of the shoot, what's the name of that Kong with the pencil? But that one of those OG Kongs. Mm-hmm. He sent me that with a bunch of really a bunch of other cool stuff. but he randomly texted me or messaged me a couple weeks back and said, "Hey, Adam's looking for that sample to go with his hat that he found." He said, "It's up to you whether you want to, trade it away. I won't be hurt by it." So Adam messaged me, and I said, if there's, I'd be willing to, trade it or do whatever with it. And he kind of asked me like what stuff I would be looking for, or what I would, what designs have always been some of my favorites. And I had seen someone in the group, the Buy Sell Trade group, months ago get this patch, and this one is the design that. So I did an internship with the Fort Winton Caps design internship, and when I was doing that, I started looking through all this other stuff and found Brandios, and this was the very first design that I saw that I had to find immediately. Went to eBay, looking for stuff, but it was the Casper Ghosts.
Oh,
So
Beautiful.
John in the group had this.
Big John Kiefer. Yep.
Adam worked his magic somehow. This came
I
to
know
me,
how he did it.
today.
It's a patch I gave him for the trade.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know how many people were involved with it, but it means a lot to me. This is kind of the thing that got me. I learned about Brandios through this, and then obviously learned
That's
about
awesome.
Synchron through this. So it's always been one of my favorite designs, and it kind of made me was the design that got me to fall in love with all this stuff and to be here. So thank you.
Adam definitely lives up to that moniker, of the facilitator, without a doubt. I don't know how he does it sometimes.
Josh, while we got you on the camera, can I ask you to show us that round thing over your shoulder? Because I've seen this on your Instagram, and I adore the round thing right over your shoulder, the Department of Supernatural.
Oh, so that was
Can you show that to the
of-
camera?
oh boy, my senior project for college.
Oh, yeah?
So I did a whole project based around cryptids from
Love it.
Indiana.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's so cool.
So my website that I don't ever update, like joshuavolz.com or something like that. But I have all the illustrations on there. I did a bunch of different illustrations, and all under the guise of the Indiana Department of Supernatural Resources. And so I had patches made, and I had a whole wall full of stuff, and yeah, it was part of my senior thesis for college.
What would a person have to do to get said patch of the Department of Supernatural Resources?
Not much.
Yeah. I would
Oh,
like one. I would very much like one.
They do glow also. Oh wait, no, these don't glow. The
Ooh.
buttons, I have buttons too that glow somewhere. I have a whole bunch of stuff left from it.
I think it's hilarious. I love the X-Files. I like to dabble in the UFO. I love your UFO hat, as you know. So yeah, I think that's fun. I would encourage you, as someone who adores that stuff, to do another Clink, maybe riff off of that and do something for Supernatural. I like the crest. It's kind of like echoing like either the national parks or like state agencies.
Yep, that's what I was going for.
It's like a sense of humor, these government agencies dealing with the supernatural phenomenon, and like whatever, it's a cryptid.
Something
or
good like in Gravity Falls.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we love Gravity Falls. Yeah, I had manila folders that I had case files and stuff, and I had illustrations, and I put a transparency paper over it that had facts, and you lift it up and it had arrows that would point to stuff, and whole stories and stuff written about everything. And but it's all legit folklore and cryptids from the state. So like the Beast of Busco from Churubusco, which is a pretty famous one. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them all from around the state. There's a Bigfoot because every state has to have a Bigfoot. There's
Of course.
yeah.
Are you a state if you don't have a Bigfoot?
Right. Yeah. Your own Bigfoot.
I mean, I will say in
That's
my
great.
collection, I think I have most of the cryptid hats, you know, so that we've got the New Jersey Devil and we've got, you know, Bigfoots, and I own most of those. So I'm a consumer. You know what we're missing? We have yet to have, as far as I can tell, a good Nessie hat that
I
goes to,
tried one a while ago, but
I know.
it was the
I
kryptonite
remember.
was the basketball element. People don't buy basketball hats. I've got
Mm.
a follow up for the eye on the ball design that's basketball related, but I'm like hesitant to put it out because they just don't. People just don't go for basketball hats for whatever reason. Uh, but yeah, I would love to do a Nessie design.
Cool.
The like the one I did not that long ago, the Flatwoods Monster, like that one was super weird and cool. But yeah, the big ones have all been mostly hit, but there's some really cool weird ones that I think could make some really neat designs, but you just gotta, you know, they're pretty niche. So
Flatwoods was badass. I was disappointed that one didn't make it.
so it's a cool story. The first-hand accounts and stuff are all pretty fun. So
I've got a couple I'm going to show off for a mail call here. And you know you've become a collector when you buy a hat that you don't expect to fit your head just because you want the logo and you don't know if you're ever going to get it in your size. So this baby showed up, and this was on one of my top 10. Like, I love the bright colors. So this bright yellow, and this is the you know, the crash test dummies. And this is a 7. So Jesse, if I die, you can have it. Okay. But
you, Matthew.
it's a very generous 7. So I think with a week of stretching, I could get it up to like 7 1/8 and a little bit. Cause like I could probably wear it for 15 minutes and not get a headache. With some stretching, I might be able to wear it for a whole hour. Right. So this was, and this was one. And then another one that I think this was on buy sell trade. Somebody had this, the spirits. I'm pretty sure this is a glow in the dark one too. Or this is the Siren Song. That's what this one is. So really pretty stitching on it. It's a lovely color. It's like a light blue, kind of pale blue color. And a bunch you probably know, there's a channel that deals mostly with sports hats, but the account called Hat Crawler, if you've seen it. And he's been selling off a bunch of older hats from his collection, and the prices are right. They're like $20, $25 hats. And he recently put up a couple, and some of these are probably grandiose designs. So this was the Clearwater Threshers with the shark bite out of the, and it's
That's really cool.
It's like a royal gold color and a red life preserver. And he even included the pin, which is gorgeous.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
And the side hit. Oh, looks like I need to flip my camera here. It's 30th season. So, I mean, I got this for $20. I mean, this is like, it's a good deal.
That's awesome. That's a score. That's a huge score.
And another one that's like, again, it's a traditional sports team. It's a Phillies, but it's like pink and purple. You just, I don't know. I love the colors. It just looks really pretty. Pink and purple combos.
Nice.
Burn it.
Hey, I have all 30 teams. You'll be happier with the next one, which is, we just had the snow in Atlanta. So we got the snow covered Atlanta Braves. And it also came with its own, see if I get its own pin.
Hell yeah.
That's cool too.
We got the iced over Braves. And then another one, I don't know if this is grandiose or not, but I think it's the Charlotte Knights minor league baseball team. Or maybe it's the Crusaders. And then lastly, again, Glenn, avert your eyes. I'm just warning you. Like, this will be painful that I own it, but I have all 30 teams, even the Yankees, which was like one of my last holdouts. But it's the Mets in like a bluish purple with like red and yellow, and it's just, I don't know, the colors were just unusual. And again, it was like $20, so I don't know. I think he even knocked a few bucks off. So I was super happy. So thanks, Hat Crawler, for clearing out your old stuff in your collection. I like these hats. So, and I always assumed that the Hat Crawler lived in like New Jersey, New York, because it seems like some of these hat people are like East Coast, West Coast. It came from Iowa. I don't know, like somehow I just didn't think like he was a Midwesterner.
Oh, really? Oh,
But
yeah.
there's this guy in Iowa who apparently has this like amazing hat collection. It doesn't live close to any of the boutique hat stores. So I guess he's always had them shipped to his house or something. But
Always.
I saw the expected delivery. I'm like, Iowa, who's shipping? I'm like, oh, it's the hat crawler guy. All right. My head's getting squeezed. I'm going to go. Anybody else got a mail call?
I have one item.
Okay.
I got this week.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. Yeah.
It's super good. It's even better in hand.
Yes.
Because like
agreed.
you got the metallics on the golf clubs.
Mhm.
You got the metallic on the mouth of the cart. You can't even really convey it that well on.
There's good action. There's good action on it too.
Yeah, there's good action. Like you can see it like splashing in the greens, and yeah, it's just good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The camera doesn't convey the depth. It's got some amazing depth on it.
So good. Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good stuff. That's why I want the trolley too.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, we got a couple Chris to shop, but we actually don't have that many because several of the hats that went to the shop this week never appeared in Crit, so we don't have a lot of changes to look at. And one of the hats had almost no changes. So, Josh, if you have to go put some kids to bed, we understand.
Oh no, they've been sleeping for a bit.
I'm giving you an exit ramp in case you need to do something.
We drugged them tonight. So.
All right, cool. All right, so we don't have that. We got a couple more slides, so let's take a look at our Crits to shop. And this is the one we were all talking about. Like we were all, I think, maybe afraid that Casey would make a lot of dramatic changes, but it's pretty close.
It seems pretty close, yeah. Seems pretty close.
Anything jump out?
I think this hat may actually match some of the bowling shoes you rent.
Yes.
When you go bowling. And I mean that respectfully, in love, all in love.
It's very good. I can't
Josh,
wait to see this one.
I mentioned when this came up that there's nothing to me more Midwestern than you go bowling in the winter because it's like gray outside and everybody goes and gets your bowling shoes. And one of my buddies from Buffalo, and he talked about how he had a monogrammed bowling ball bag with his initials on it because that's what you do in Buffalo. And it's like cloudy for a month and it's cold outside. You go to the bowling alley and you throw some balls. And so to me this feels very Midwestern, just like the culture.
I don't need to do a cosmic bowling version.
That'd
be fun.
If you don't know cosmic bowling, they put on the neon black light and there's like they jazz it up, and in Atlanta it used to only start after midnight, so you go on a Friday after midnight. You could wear some shirt or something that's going to light up in the backlight. It's as close as I get to clubbing these days, is to go to cosmic.
Oh, that's funny.
So this one's pretty unchanged. So, all right, let's hop on to the next one. And this had a lot of changes. So fire away, ladies and gentlemen.
I personally liked the shape that Kong was flying out of better than the clink, side hit or logo, whatever you want to call it. I get it. I understand, why they use that one because it's part of branding, but it's still slightly disappointing, and
it's that comic book page, like
what's that?
The dotted texture, like it's lost that comic book page.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. That was definitely what I was disappointed with. I also think one thing that I'm a little worried about translating in embroidery is they went from the C logo on the chest to the Kong logo on the chest. And I have to, wonder how clear that's going to be when it embroiders, and same with the hat, with the backend on the hat now, I really have some concerns about how because it might just be a gold dot, on when it comes embroidered. And I feel like the font on the Crits version was more comic book font to me than what we're seeing on the shop version. So those three things really stood out to me significantly. Yeah, there's some color changes and some shading changes, which I think is a bit of a bummer because there was just a little more vibrancy in that shading. But there's probably a good reason that shading's gone. So, but that's my take.
I like the original better too because, like you said, it has more of a comic book feel.
Mhm.
It really gives that feeling like when you're a kid and you're looking at comic books and it's so beautifully illustrated, it's like the stuff can fly out at you, and that's
Right.
like what's happening in the
Mhm.
illustration is that it's like the Kong is flying out of the comic book, in your face, Clink coming right at you, the bang, I call it the bang logo with the the Clink script in it looked better. um and in the first one, it it literally has a Rob Smith and
Yes.
Soundwave
Thank you.
Threads feel to it. Like you can
Right.
feel the collab with the two of them and the styles, and that's really what hurt it the most for me, was that you can't even really, in my opinion, you can't feel the Zach and the Rob in the store version. Like the first one really says Zach and Rob, but the second one's just like a polished up, changed so much. I don't really feel those two in it anymore.
Well, in the original, in the Rob version, the character has a strong shoulders, and then it gets tapers down. And in this one, it almost looks like it has a Michelin Man look to it. It's like puffy,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
don't think that's a compliment. I don't think that's an improvement.
Yeah.
I would say.
I can see that. Yeah, you're
And
right.
if you're gonna switch it, so instead of it coming out of kind of a baseball shaped panel to a round panel, make the panel big, make the edge of the circle so that it covers the top of the cape and not just the back legs. I think the circle,
Right.
if you're going to substitute a circle for the panel, it should be significantly bigger, and so it looks like it's coming out of a round comic book panel, which you could see that. Only part of it that I like, that I see maybe as an improvement, I think the splash coming out of the beverage is maybe a little clearer, and I think that's good. But I think pretty much everything else that was changed, I'm not a fan of personally. So I know Rob's being very diplomatic, or I suspect he says things I like and things I don't like.
Yes.
And I think that's honestly, we've had a variety of artists on. I think that's got to be one of the hardest things. Josh, if you want to comment, you can, and if you don't want to comment, you don't. But
Oh no, it is tough. I mean, but in the end, I mean, you do kind of sign off your design to them, and it's theirs to do what they think will sell better in their shop. So I mean, I don't blame them for making the changes they do. Sometimes it's not something that I would have thought of to do, or and sometimes it changes so much from the Monday version that I think it does turn people off sometimes. That what they voted on is not what ends up in the shop. So I don't know. It's tough both ways because they're doing what they feel they need to do, for embroidery, for sales, and then there's the other side of it that as the artist you start take it kind of personally, and it's kind of your creation, and you're kind of giving it away, and it gets changed, and it does kind of stink sometimes, but then there's the other side of it that if it doesn't change at all, then you can then you can be proud that you didn't have to, I don't know, that you did it in a way that they didn't have to do a lot with it. I don't know. But yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I gotta think, like, I mean, if it was me, if I was the artist, if it was my creation, like you got to try to think that they're making it more appealing for the masses. Um, like we've said on the show in the past, like we're a small what do you call it?
Sample.
A small
Small
sample.
subset. Yeah.
So yeah, small sample, small subset of collectors. Um, and we're like super invested in it. Um, we absolutely love the brand. Don't get me wrong. We absolutely love the brand. We're super invested, but we are a small subset, and there's a massive amount of people that are um the
Right.
casual fans, you know. So you got to think that maybe they're just trying to make it more massive appealing to everybody and not just our small subset.
I mean, obviously there's a huge demand for skulls that this panel doesn't necessarily always buy. Put a skull on it. It's like, anyways, let's take a look at the next one. And I think this one, saw a modest amount of changes. Oh, look, we happen to have the artist here. So, do you have any thoughts, Mr. Volz?
I was surprised because he added more detail in. It's a pretty simple, just shapes and stuff, the initial design, and then he, added a lot more shading and highlights and all kinds of stuff. And so I was pleasantly surprised. I love the colorway, so I'm happy with it all
Okay.
around. I kind of err on the side of caution sometimes when I choose. I hate choosing colors for my designs. I love line art. I love big bold lines, dark shading and stuff. When it comes to picking out colors, I second guess myself so much. So I usually say err on the side of caution, and I'll do kind of bigger, bolder shapes. And I've kind of lessened the big highlights and like little lines and stuff like that. So this one I really didn't add much of any, but he added a ton back in. So I think it's pretty cool.
I will say personally, I like the fact that the red fringes are brightened up a little bit. I think that to me it's more attractive with a little brighter red on the edges, but I don't know what your intention was. I wonder though of the teeth on the bottom of the skull. Those are so thin. Like how
Yeah.
are they gonna stitch? I don't know.
Maybe it'll look like a beard, Matthew.
Hey, I'm on favor of that.
It's always the thing too. Like I hate, you hear people, worrying about how it's gonna embroider, and I totally understand it. But I mean, if anybody's gonna embroider anything, I would want Casey and Clink to do it. And if it's
Yeah.
something like that we think that they can't do initially, they're gonna surprise us. So like I agree. I think the teeth are gonna, they're pretty thin and stuff, but I don't know. I trust Casey for as much as anybody else to do any sort of embroidery because we've seen what they can do. So I don't doubt them. Like maybe I had at one point, years ago about how something would turn out because there's been some pretty cool stuff, obviously.
I mean, just my opinion, but I feel like these tweaks are more complementary to your design than some of the other tweaks that I see happen to hats. That's just my take. What are any other panelists want to comment?
I can't wait to get it. Period.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm happy.
Okay.
I like the changes, which I can't always say.
Yeah.
So
sure.
this one's good. I was an immediate fan of this one. I love a new take on an old kind of an old design in the sense of Reapers. But this is a different take that's, completely redone in a way we haven't seen. So either way, I was all in, whether it's the OG or the changes. But like I said, this is the one one of the few, or not, I shouldn't say few, but one of the times that I really do dig the changes.
All right. We'll go on to the next one unless there's anybody else wants to comment. And this was one I actually liked quite a lot when it was up for crits. Lightened up the crown color. It's pretty unchanged, really. I mean, comparing the two, other than the crown color, I don't see a whole lot. I don't know if again, I joke I never see undervisors, but I don't know about the green undervisor here. I think the red it brought out the red in the shorts. I don't know that the green is adding anything. Maybe that's just a traditional baseball undervisor color. Maybe that's why Casey went with the green.
Or to imply the grass in the.
Fair.
I personally think the color changes were the wrong move. You know, I think that if the logo and all the coloring in the logo stayed the same, I don't see that there was a benefit, you know, to changing, unless they're trying to make it more watercolored, you know, to represent the rain. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's the case, because that color does more closely match the water that's puddled up on the ground. But I don't know. I just this is one of those head scratchers. You know, I feel like it was, you know, it didn't add anything, you know, by making those color changes.
The dark blue gives you the feeling that you're clouded over, right? And like, you know,
Great.
you're in the shadow of the rain cloud, and it's, you know, you're like sitting there in the rain delay, like, oh, when this is going to clear off and we can play some more baseball. The light blue actually feels a little more sunny and happy, you know, but if you're in a rain delay, you're usually not happy.
Yeah, the light blue it's more of a underwater, like you'd put that color if it was an underwater scape or scene. And I agree with you, like it's more of an overcast, dark outside. So I don't know either.
My only trip to Jacobs Field in Cleveland, they played an inning and a half of baseball, and the clouds rolled in, and it rained for an hour, and we stood at one of the bars, and finally we were like, yeah, we're going to go home. But we got our inning in, so we saw part of a baseball game at Jacobs Field. You know, the forecast just showed more rain headed our direction, so we were like, yeah, we're going to go home. But at least I got a peek at it. So poor Aaron.
It's just been
Aaron, you got to pay your power bill.
Yeah. Or my internet bill, one of the two. And I can't even blame my son, you know, because usually it's him streaming somewhere, and he's not here right now. So, you know, it's not even his fault.
So this one wasn't in crits, but I did find an old a preliminary sketch on Wynn's page, and so it looks pretty much the same. A little color tweaking. It looks like the crown color shifted from black to dark green. Is that olive green? Not clear.
I think it still looks black. I think it all looks bad. It looks all black to me.
Yeah, me
Really?
too.
The peanut UV.
That's not bad, but yeah, I personally, I have a lot of concerns with how that ship is going to embroider. You know?
Look at the top of it. Look how high it is.
A lot of fine lines. You know,
We lost Matt. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
I'm back. It's contagious.
Right?
It's spreading from Aaron's Aaron's cell to my cell. So I never stopped hearing you guys. So I don't know what happened. But any other thoughts on this one?
This one feels redundant after reserve.
Yes. I own reserve, and when I first saw this, I was like, isn't this the same hat? And I had to look, and they're like, no, it's not the same, but it's quite similar.
Yeah, even if it's a sequel or whatever, like it just seems too close.
The other Matt says makes it look like water on top of the grass. I think if they had made the in the previous hat, if they'd make the brim green and then the water on top, that may have made a lot more sense. But it was all the same shade of blue, so. And then the next one, there is no hat to compare, but we know Paco, who's not with us today because there's Girl Scouts tonight, was super excited about this hat. And I, being from the rural Midwest and not knowing anything about hip hop, had no idea why he was excited. Can anybody explain it better than I would do badly?
No, but yeah, he schooled us on the significance of it.
So it's a mixtape from a couple of the guys from Wu-Tang Clan, and I forget which ones. But yeah, and then they put out this purple mixtape. So
It's a pretty
And
cool
there's-
homage to hip hop.
apparently there is a pin that's available that's another homage to that. So
Mm.
And if
Yeah.
I remember correctly, it's like super rare or it's very hard to get.
yeah, it was definitely like an underground.
Well, it's old. Yeah, it's very old. So
Mhm.
Or even in its heyday, it was hard to get.
Yeah.
Now, is it supposed to be a face also? Are the little round parts supposed to be eyes? Like, am I seeing a face there, or is it just my brain?
Oh,
I
it does
feel like
kind of
it's-
like the.
yeah, I don't think
like-
it's crazy because I think it's the crossed arms for sure. I think we all
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think it's not crazy to think that it could be a face.
Cool. Whew, I'm not crazy.
My mother had me tested.
Yeah. Well, Jesse might know this, but I actually have this in my slideshow when I teach about statistical methods, and I'm like, talk about how the human brain is sort of wired to see patterns even when they're not there. And I show pictures of like it's a mop, but it kind of looks like a face, and it's a transformer, but it also.
Oh, I have a great photo that I show my students. That's like you're just like it's a black and white mess, and then when I sometimes they figure out what it is, and it's neat when they do. Oh, it's such a fun picture. Maybe I should save it and do it as like a show and tell with you guys. Like this is what Dr.
Yeah.
Hogan is up to. It's
Well,
not
I have the
biology.
other Clink hat where it's a cassette tape, but it's clearly supposed to be a face also. And I got that one for my husband because he likes all things 80s and grew up with mixtapes and that kind of fun stuff. So,
Oh, that's the one where it looks like maybe teeth. Yeah,
yes,
I know that one.
it's in the hallway. I could go get it, but I think we've gone long enough. So we'll go to our farewell. Last call's coming up. Anybody grabbing any of these or already grabbed any of these?
Definitely going to be picking up the gas mask.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's great. It's great for a lot of reasons. My
Yeah.
first thought, like seeing it totally, like if you see a gas mask and you're into Doctor Who, are you my mummy? Like that is, but it's great for a lot of reasons, and I love the mums. Like it's a really beautiful, weird design. So I'm definitely getting that one.
Oh, Josh's didn't make the picture on that
Yeah.
graphic.
No, this is the Clinks. Like I looked for one that had all 6, and this is the one they shared. So Josh, it's
There's-
not my fault.
There's a
Yeah.
couple graphics that they have. They only include 5 hats, and I'm just like, there's got to be a better way to do it. But
Right.
yeah. Catch of the day is it's the final week also.
Well, I already ordered that like 2 weeks ago, so you got my money.
Yeah, me too.
And I'll
Catch of the day,
definitely
folks.
ordering that. We're super
get it.
excited for that.
Go get it. I'm a fan.
I got I got Catch of the Day and Cosmic Jelly ordered as of now. Cosmic Jelly was one of those that I really liked the second to last iteration the best, like Matt as well. But it for me it's a connection to my city. We have the Georgia Aquarium, and there is actually a billboard on the interstate that has a gigantic jellyfish on it, and it's like 3D busting out of the thing, and it goes over the billboard, and it has like some of the tentacles are neon lights, and it lights up at night. So this is like totally
Oh, you're
Atlanta.
gonna have to do a little photo shoot, right? And
Yeah.
point. You got to point. to it.
I'll do the Jesse. Yeah, but it's a cool sign. So that was my connection with that. I like that one. I like his Light the Way too. I got that one too a while back.
Me too. All right. Well, this is our last last call. So we want to definitely thank Josh and thank Josh's spouse for putting the little ones to bed so you could stay up late and talk hats with us. High five, my fellow Indiana Hoosier. Thanks for coming on. Congrats on the state of Indiana winning a national football title. So we worked around that. Everyone in Indiana, long time. I'm sure people even who aren't fans of that particular school were probably pretty excited about that. So
we sacrificed Caitlin Clark's last season and Tyrese Albert's Achilles for it. So
you had to pay the price, but it was worth it. Well, thanks again, and it was great hearing from you. And and thanks again to the artists who were in the chat tonight. So Rob and some of the other folks. Rusty was in the chat, so always enjoy seeing comments from people who are in the Clink process, either as designers or collectors. As always, my other Matt, the other Matt that's out there, he's a regular. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we don't at this point have a guest lined up for next week, so I'll be working on that. But if we don't have a guest,
am I a guest?
maybe we'll have to do a Kurt thing. So we'll see. We'll have something. A Bert thing. Sorry, I got my vowels, my letters crossed. If we don't have a guest, we might do something Bert related. So we'll see. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next Monday at 9 o'clock. And have a great week. Clink on.
Thanks, everyone.